Have you ever seen something that looks like it was pulled straight out of a sci-fi movie? Well, get ready. Today, we're talking about a project that's doing just that. A massive world-class stadium that doesn't sit on the ground, it literally floats in the sky. This is the incredible story of NEOM's Sky Stadium.
It's a pretty big question, isn't it? How do you actually build the world of tomorrow? Well, sometimes the answer is to just look up. Way, way up. And Saudi Arabia's answer involves taking something we all know, a stadium, and putting it where no one has ever dared to before.
And this is the number that just changes everything. 350 meters. Now, to give you some perspective, that's taller than the Eiffel Tower. But we're not talking about the height of a skyscraper here. We're talking about altitude, because this stadium isn't being built on anything.
That's right. You heard me correctly. It's a floating stadium, an architectural and engineering marvel designed to literally hang in the sky, giving you these insane 360-degree views of the mountains and the landscape down below.
Okay, so let's get into what makes this so much more than just a really high venue. This is all about completely rewriting the rules of what it means to go see a live event.
I mean, just look at these stats. It's mind-blowing. We're talking about space for 45,000 people. 80 suspended restaurants, augmented reality built into every single seat, not to mention luxury suites, a suspended parking lot for 10,000 cars, and yeah, of course, its own helicopter station. It's a whole city of entertainment just floating in the air.
And this quote from the project manager Mohammed Al-Qudair just nails it. He says, "We are building the future of sports, not just a stadium." That tells you everything you need to know. The goal isn't just to be bigger or better, it's to create something entirely new.
So this brings up the big question, right? Why here? Of all the places in the world, why build something this revolutionary out in the desert highlands of northwestern Saudi Arabia? Well, it turns out the location is everything. You see, this stadium is the crown jewel of NEOM, which is Saudi Arabia's massive futuristic city project. NEOM is being built from scratch to be this global hub for innovation, running completely on renewable energy and smart tech. A project this crazy ambitious needs a home that thinks just as big.
And this chart really drives the point home. A massive 68% of the entire country's sports investment is being poured directly into NEOM. It's been chosen as the absolute epicenter for the future of Saudi sports and entertainment. So really, a stadium like this could only be built here.
And let's be clear, this isn't some fantasy on a napkin. This is happening. Construction is set to kick off in 2025. They're aiming for a grand opening somewhere between 2030 and 2032. And the ultimate prize? Being a flagship venue for the 2034 FIFA World Cup. Okay, now for the part I know you've been waiting for. How in the world do you make a 45,000-seat stadium float? As you can imagine, this is going to take some seriously next-level technology. All right, let's break it down. First up, the structure itself. It's made of reinforced carbon fiber. We're talking the same stuff you find in hypercars, to be incredibly strong but lightweight. And it's wrapped in smart electrochromic glass that can tint on demand. Second, the suspension. This is the magic part. It's a super powerful and efficient magnetic system developed by Siemens. And finally, to keep it cool in the desert, it uses a geothermal system, which is just brilliant. It pulls from the Earth's natural temperature and saves a huge 70% on energy costs. Of course, the second you hear floating stadium, your brain probably goes to one place. Is this thing safe? I mean, what happens with high winds or an earthquake? These are obviously the make-or-break questions for the engineers. And they have some incredible answers. The whole structure is constantly monitored by an active suspension system with 5,000 sensors, all working to counteract winds up to 200 kilometers per hour. And for earthquakes, it's being built to withstand a magnitude 8.5 on the Richter scale. To be clear, that is an incredibly powerful standard.
Now, an engineering marvel like this, it doesn't come cheap, not even close. So let's follow the money trail and see who's bankrolling this multi-billion-dollar vision.
Get ready for this number. The estimated price tag is a cool $5 billion with a B, US dollars. I mean, that figure alone tells you just how much belief is behind this project. We're talking about a budget that rivals hosting an entire Olympic Games. So where's all that cash coming from? It's a really potent mix. 60% is from private investors who see the huge potential. And the other 40%, that's a $2 billion stake, is coming right from Saudi Arabia's own public investment fund. And they have assembled an absolute dream team to build it.
We're talking about the world-famous design firm Foster Plus Partners, the German tech powerhouse Siemens handling that core magnetic tech, and the construction giant Samsung C&T from South Korea. These are the heavyweights of the industry.
So why make such a massive bet? Well, it all comes down to this number, a projected 12.5% annual return on investment for the first 10 years. So for the investors, this isn't just about building a cool landmark. It's a very, very smart business move, fueled by an experience that literally no other place on Earth can offer.
So let's wrap this up by looking at the big picture here. This stadium isn't just another new venue for NEOM. The real goal is to set a completely new benchmark for what an entertainment destination can even be anywhere in the world.
And when you stack it up against other ambitious floating stadium designs, the numbers really tell the story. The NEOM project is way higher, has a much larger capacity, and is significantly more expensive than even the most daring concepts out of places like Dubai and Singapore. It's truly in a league of its own.
The lead architect, the legendary Norman Foster, he summed it up perfectly. He said, "This isn't just about sports. This is a symbol of a nation's technological ambition and progress. It's meant to be an icon for a whole new era in Saudi Arabia."
And really, that's what it all comes down to. This project forces us to ask a really fundamental question. When you get fearless imagination, bleeding-edge engineering, and frankly, enormous amounts of capital to all converge on one idea, what are the limits? Are there any? The Sky Stadium seems to suggest that maybe, just maybe, the answer is no.